At the start of the 19th century, a bitter rivalry between two Amakhosa leaders, Ndlambe and Ngqika, were tearing the westernmost Amakhosa into two. Ndlambe had acted as regent of the powerful Amakhabe on behalf of his nephew Ngqika, but then Ngqika unexpectedly rebelled and trouble ensued. The rivalry would go on for more than 20 years before culminating in an epic battle in October 1818, known as the Battle of Amalinde. The exact site of the Battle of Amalinde is uncertain, but it's likely that it was somewhere in the Ndlambe Valley. The old isiXhosa word Ilinde or Umlinde means grave mound and or furrow. So Amalinde is the name given to a specific area covered by mounds. It's said that the Amalinde mounds and hollows are formed during the rainy season by giant earthworms called Ngqika.
Listen properly.
Microchitis. Due to the inhospitable terrain caused by these mounds, it was thought that no one in their right mind would choose to fight there. At about noon on the day of the battle, Ngqika's warriors, led by his eldest son Makoma, arrived at the battlefield and met Ndlambe's force, commanded by his son Ndusane. The Ngqika were inspired by their war doctor Ngqika, who had first offered his services to Ndlambe, but Makana was already occupying that position. Ngqika was confident that his expertise would help defeat the man who had rejected him in the first place. So Ngqika's men, brimming with confidence, attacked Ndlambe's force, and a vicious battle followed. The Ngqika were gaining the upper hand, and Ngqika, watching from a nearby hill, was ready to pop the champagne. However, what he did not know was that it was all a trap. You see, Ndlambe, along with his ally King Hintsa, had chosen the field of battle apparently because of distance. It was much further to march from Ngqika's great place than from Ndlambe's place, so his men would be much fresher than the Ngqika. Another plot twist was that he and Hintsa had only sent a fraction of their force to meet Ngqika's warriors. Meanwhile, Ndlambe kept the older and more experienced men hidden from view. Once the Ngqika were out on their feet, Ndlambe unleashed his main force as the knockout blow on either side of Ngqika's men. It's unknown how many warriors were killed during this battle, but what is known is that it was particularly brutal. Usually, according to Amakhosa custom, the victorious warriors would rip open the stomach of the killed and release their spirits. Otherwise, they would seek revenge on those who had killed them. But according to reports, the Ndlambe packed the bodies of Ngqika's fallen on top of one another and set them alight. Ndlambe had achieved a stunning victory over his nephew, making him the undisputed powerhouse of Western Xhosa land. However, his victory would be short-lived.